Hello, I'm Sharon Ross with the Capital City Arts Initiative. Today we are in the Community Center's Crowell Board Room, and we are here with Ubon Edmonds and her From the Heart exhibition, and we're going to ask her some questions about her work. Ubon, welcome. We're delighted to have you here. So tell us when you began painting. Where did your passion for painting come from?
Hi, Sharon. Thank you for having me. It all began about 2011 when I just wanted to just paint. I just had that urgency to just teach myself, direct myself to teach all this imagery that I always loved with the past artists. So I wanted to emulate what I saw.
Ubon, the painting that you're in front of, State of Flow, tell us about the composition and where the idea came from.
Absolutely. This picture was inspired by my love for water, everything fluid, and my love for trying to maintain the cleanliness of it, keep Lake Tahoe blue, and also the combination of mathematical, the Fibonacci, the golden ratio. I actually applied all that underneath all this. So this has not just a beautiful imagery, is also has mathematical into it, and is also the language of our universe that we don't really think about every day, but when you look at the world in a microscopic level, you really, really get connected on another level. So yeah, so the beauty of it, and a combination of the parallel universe. I like to play around with the idea that maybe there is another universe. So we combine like two different places at once. Like I'm here with this wave, you can see California, and then behind you see Lake Tahoe. So there's two places in once. And this is also, all this is mathematically mapped out. So there's a knowledge behind that picture that you see that is very intensively researched too. So yeah.
Ubon, some of your pieces combine realism and fantasy, specific sites in fantasy. Tell us about this piece.
Yes, absolutely. This is actually one of the toughest pieces I've ever done. It actually started in 2016, so you kind of get to see the development of an artist and how some of the things are started from earlier. Takes a while because of this part is actually the darkest part of my life. So in order for me to see the light, I needed to have something very vibrant. And so I chose very colorful skies, and I was always fascinated with England, and it has a special place in my heart. And so I incorporate all the love that I have for Europe. First of all, I love like the detailing in their design, just so many, you can even go on and on. So this was something that was very difficult, and I was able to bounce back and finish it. I actually left the bridge not connected because it just seems better that way.
Is that a specific bridge?
Yeah, it is. I forget exactly what I think it's the London, the tower. Something with the tower. I can't think of it on the top of my head, but I know it's in London, and I know that there's just a deep connection I have with Europe.
So the colors on the bridge, are those realistic or are those Ubon's creativity?
Ubon's creativity and her imagination, just trying to, because London is they're known for just the very, very sad atmosphere, the rainy days. So I wanted to just spin it off and have it really bright somehow. So this is actually a really special piece because I was able to finish it. Sometimes artists, they abandon a piece during a very turbulent part of their lives. So it tells me that, you can keep on going with this piece. It was truly, truly very hard to do this piece, to be able to say, let's get it done. It was like, I felt like a champion when I was able to pick up that brush again from 2016 to, I think, not even a year ago. Maybe a year ago I finished it. So it was a long wait to see it complete. So it was a very good feeling.
Well, congratulations.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
This particular piece, Halloween at the Governor's Mansion, I think you titled it Nevada Day Celebration, is an event. It's a big deal in Carson City. So tell us about this piece.
Yes, it is a big deal about this city, and I wanted to represent what it means to our city, Carson City, and it means an equivalent amount to me, because this is the place, this is actually playground my son. We don't really go out. We're always at home. So he has autistic, so this was kind of that one in a year where he can kind of run and play. So with him, it was very restrictive, but I love the Governor's Mansion. I always dreamt of who's in there, what's going on in there, and I'm always thinking of how it's strange, but how to get there and their way of thinking, of their precision, that the people that's in that Governor's Mansion and goes higher than that, like the Capitol, anything with the government. I seem to be very drawn to that for some particular reason.
You've described yourself as a self-taught artist. Talk about that process.
It all began with my father. He was a self-taught teacher in Thailand. And I saw a picture of him, and he was so proud of him getting some sort of achievement because he became a teacher for all-boys school. But I saw that image, and I saw if he can teach himself how to read and write and become a teacher, I can most likely teach myself how to paint. So, and a lot of that, teaching yourself, self-directing yourself, you got to fail, and love it when you fail. Because each time you fail, you learn something. And your mind, it produces electricity. When you learn something, you want to learn something more. And it flows into more things. I come from color. Just from teaching myself from color, it expanded to physics, just from thought alone, just from your brain igniting these fire. When you learn something, it's proven in the science world that when you learn something, your brain actually light up. So that is all how it started, is my father.
Ubon, tell us about this painting that you're standing by, which is called Daydreaming.
Mm-hmm. It's a fantasy. I wanted to just get out of the house. I just want to get out of the house, and my mind would just drift, I would just envision myself, how would I just get out? And I combined the blueness of Lake Tahoe, and this is actually the tree that's at my house, and I just envisioned myself just escaping, and I was actually inspired by some of I don't know the name, but she was like a surfer artist, and I just saw just kind of how the way she laid her design, the pattern, it reminded me of fractals, and I'm obsessed about fractals and geometry and stuff. So I thought, this would be really cool to do that.
This particular piece, titled Victorious, is the Attorney General's building, I believe, in Carson City. So tell us the connection between the title and the building.
I'm obsessed about lawyers and just all that law. And to be friends with some in my neighborhood, and to be having the honor to see some walking to the courthouse and encouraging me with my art was an influence on that, and they made me feel victorious just to talk to me alone, and how that really helps a stay-at-home mother, number one. And number two, it's just all the cases that goes through, that how they might felt when they won a case, so I was thinking in terms of their feelings of when they have to do all this like heavy duty work. So that's, I love the law.
This piece, titled Mural Proposal, you actually proposed it to the city for a mural on a public building. It has amazing detail in it. Tell us about the piece.
I will. It does. Thank you. And this actually is something that I've wanted to express my love for Carson City. So each individual word or letter that represent Carson City represent everything that was structured for the proposal piece, and also the beauty that captured my heart as far as what Carson City has done for me every day, waking up, seeing the sunset, Lake Tahoe's blue water, all of that. And throughout my self-directing artist path, I've always put a submission for art proposal, and I have multiple that is actually in here that were proposal pieces, and this is just an additional work that to extend my knowledge in paint.
What are you working on now?
I am actually working on Madonna and Child right now. Actually, more than one, probably three. But for right now, I can think of Madonna and Child and Mona Lisa. And mathematical, yes. Again, really diving into the mathematical world. I'm tying those two subjects into this symphony of beautiful work of art. So oil is next. So I've been doing a lot of acrylic, and oil that's the master. That's the key, is the oil. So seeing a lot of oil is what I'm currently am working on.
Ubon, thank you so much for sharing your art with CCAI, with the city and community. Thank you also to Carson City for sharing the space here in the community center with us as a gallery. You can follow CCAI on Facebook and Instagram. We have almost daily postings, and we have 4 galleries in Carson City, all with plenty of parking. So please come see our shows. You can learn about what's up on which wall in which gallery at ccainv.org. We also have exhibition videos and cultural talks posted on our YouTube channel. Our generous funders that keep us going are listed on the following slide. So thank you all.